What's going on, everybody? It is Jamie and welcome to the channel Thrift on Fire. If you're new here, I'm normally going to thrift stores, garage sales, estate sales, pretty much trying to find stuff cheap to flip online. Today's video is going to be a little different. It's going to be a what's sold video. Before we get into that though, I want to talk about something I'm going to be doing here at the end of the month. We're going to be doing another Instagram live where we're going to be selling Halloween stuff. I think it takes place October 31st. I will pop up what currently is the picture or banner right now that we're going to be using. I picked up a few things today. Here's one of them. So it's Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. So you might have seen me pick some of these up earlier, maybe about a couple of weeks ago from somebody. And I talked about wearing them to Disney. But these ones are for sale. They are from the same person. She found some more. So this is, I think, the 2000 one. It's pretty cool. I paid 20 bucks for these, so I'm paying up for them. I'm probably going to ask maybe 35 to 45. I got to look up comps a little better. This one I think maybe sells for about, I'm guessing on what I remember. I thought it was around $50 or $60, but I'll probably try to get $35 on the live plus shipping. And then if it doesn't sell on the live, I'll most likely list it on eBay right away. This one's for me, actually. This is the Electric Lights or Electric Parade shirt. I don't think they do this anymore at Disney. It's definitely an older shirt as well. So that one's for me. And then the last Halloween one I got was another Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party 2006. So pretty cool. Like I said, I will put the banner or flyer up right now. It's going to be an Instagram live at the end of the month. I think it's the 31st. It's going to be the same crew as last time. It should be a lot of fun. So I will keep you posted on anything that changes with that. But let's get into the what's solds. Now the first one I want to share with you is this NASCAR shirt. Now you see me pick this up in the last garage sale video. You can see it's crossed out. I got a lot of offers on this. They were all around 50, 55. I kept giving out 65 for the offer. Somebody finally accepted $65. And this one went on eBay. So I'll show you a couple more pictures. It is a very nice shirt. I don't even think the person who originally owned this ever even wore this thing. I didn't wash it or anything. I just laid it out. It looks gorgeous. It's a very crispy shirt. I think they probably just got it and then put it away by the way that it looked. But you never really know. Maybe they just took really good care of it. But regardless, it did sell for $65. I was pretty excited about these ones when I picked them up, just because they're really cool graphics. Really nice condition, like I said, basically brand new. I obviously just listed them as vintage and used. I just paid, I believe if I went back and looked at the video, I think it was like $2. It was super cheap. I haven't sold the John Deere one that I picked up with this yet, but I've had some good offers on that as well. The only thing about this that made me a little bit hesitant was the person, I think, is out of country, but they have a shipping box set up in the States. So they're shipping it to themselves in the States, and they did change their address to that address, so I feel better about that. But I'll keep you updated on this one. I believe the person's actually in Thailand. I've done something similar to this with shipping something to Japan for somebody, so we'll see how it turns out. If somehow this winds up being some kind of scam, I'll let you know. But I could have sold this thing so many times over for around the $50 mark. Definitely listed it high at $75, but happy with the $65 sale. So I actually just sold this one today, the day that I'm filming the video. I was out today doing some thrifting, and I look at my phone, I got a notification from Etsy, and I sold this DVD VCR combo. So I'm going to show you a couple more pictures here. So it's just the VCR, then this is going to be the DVD player side. I usually just take a picture of both sides so you can kind of see the condition of it. Then I like to do the back and then a close-up of the actual information of the machine so you can basically see that this one was from 2010. And yeah, so it's a more modern one as far as these things go. But $95 plus shipping, that is pretty good. This thing has been tested. It's good to go, and I don't expect to have any issues with this at all. Next up was a Poshmark sale. These are a pair of Doc Martens. They were in like new condition. There was actually, I should say like new condition, it's because I cleaned them up. They weren't really. On the toe here, I'll show you at the top here. This toe on this side right here had a little bit of white. It honestly looked like bird poop. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was a little bit of paint or what, but it was just like a white substance that rubbed right off. I'm hoping that it was something like dirt or whatever, but it kind of reminded me of how like dry dirt bird poop looks like on your car. So I don't really know what happened to these shoes, but when I cleaned them up, they look super nice. The bottoms, I think if I skip through this way, we can see pictures as well. The bottoms were nice. I just took a brush, like a nylon brush, and scrubbed them off a little bit. They were a little bit dirty on the bottom, but that was it. And these things I paid up big time. For me, I don't like to pay anything over about $12, $13 is normally my max. I found these at Value Village last week for $20. So I think they were actually like $15.99 plus tax. All in, they were just under $20. I listed them at $50. This must have been an offer actually. I believe these are listed at about $50, $60, something like that. I'll find the actual listed number and throw it up. I think because I have my automation send best offers out, I'm thinking this was like potentially a 15 to 20% off offer that went out. So regardless, I'm still gonna make pretty good money on these. I did pay up for them because they were in such good condition, and I was pretty sure I could clean them up because the dirt I seen was superficial. These wound up being like brand new and sold within just a few days. Next up, a pair of Danskos. This is a Depop sale. I think with this one with the pictures, you have to scroll down. These ones came from the bins. They were just sitting there, picked them up, and they sold pretty quick. I'm gonna say within the first week, if not the first couple days. And this was a Depop sale. I'm gonna scroll right back up to the top. $45 is what I got for these plus shipping. This one's a little different when you ship with Depop. So I've only made a handful of sales so far in Depop. All the payments for me anyway are processed through PayPal, which is a little bit different. So I do have to update shipping on here when I ship it, and then I do wind up updating the shipping on PayPal as well, just so they're sort of double verified. But I haven't had any issues with the few things I have sold in Depop. They've got there. I haven't got any positive feedback from anybody yet on Depop, which I'm really looking forward to building that up because it makes you look more legitimate as a seller. But I have been listing 10 to 20 things every single day, cross-listing 10 to 20 things every single day to Depop, and it's starting to pay off with some sales. Next up, another Poshmark sale. I believe the Doc Martens and this one are both from Poshmark Canada. This was something I picked up at the bins, and it was really odd, actually. Let me see if I can grab a couple more pictures of here. This is just sort of a generic J's jacket. It's officially licensed. It's got like the snap buttons on it. I think it's pretty nice, but I don't think it's like fantastic. It's in great condition, but I don't know where this came from. If it came from like a Walmart type store, or is this sort of some store like that? There's the measurements, but this particular one, it was weird. I was in the Goodwill bins the one day, no new bins were coming out, and I just walked over and somebody had pulled this out and just laid it on top, and I thought, what's wrong with this? So I'm flipping it around, looking for rips, basically like brand new condition. This is super lightweight. I'd be surprised if I paid $1 for this, and it didn't take too long to sell. Honestly, I think I listed this maybe, I don't know, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, maybe, not very long ago, and it did sell for full price, $40 on Poshmark, so pretty happy with this bins find. Next up, a Vinted sale. So this was a lot. So you can see here, it's shipped with Pure Later. So if you haven't sold it on Vinted before, the buyer has the option to do Pure Later. When they ship with Pure Later, it goes to the nearest depot to them. So a lot of times it's like a Staples or something, and they have to pick it up at the Staples, but it's much cheaper. Or they can pick home delivery for more money, and then I have to actually physically ship it myself, and then Vinted charges me or gives me back the money for shipping, or a set amount of money for shipping. It usually works out to be just fine. But this person did actually a pickup point. So I'm assuming like a Staples or wherever their local Pure Later is locally. So I sold them a bundle of this Nike shoe right here for $36. Now on Vinted, when you sell something for $36, I actually get to keep the $36. They pay the fees, they pay the shipping, everything else. Whatever it sells for is whatever you get to keep and what actually gets deposited to your account. So it's kind of cool that way. So it was this pair of shoes, these Nike Revolutions for $36, and these Pumas right here for $28. I don't think I gave much of a discount on either pair. So, pretty good. Got some pretty decent money for these. They're both bins finds, I'm pretty sure. I know the Pumas are bins finds for sure. The suede ones, I basically just cleaned with suede cleaner, wiped them off. They looked pretty good. And the Nikes, I might be bins finds, or I might have paid $8 to $10 for them potentially. I can't remember where I picked those up, but I feel like they could have been from the bins. Next up, this Hamilton Beach milkshake maker. Now, I didn't actually source this. I've sold plenty of these in the past. This one came from our cupboard. Me and my wife we've got some new appliances, and we figured we need to get rid of some stuff we don't really use. this is something we don't really use. I definitely picked this up at Goodwill anyway, probably for $8, something like that. Something I would probably pick up anyway to resell. I haven't seen good models like this out recently. That is the model right there. It's 730C. It does sell quite often right around that $30 point. So if you can pick them up at a yard sale for like $5, you know, somewhere in that price point, $5, $8, definitely worth picking up. They do sell pretty fast. I put this for sale this week and it sold this week, and you know, I couldn't be happier. Got it out of the pantry and into somebody else's. Next up, a Harley Davidson tee. This one I believe is also Poshmark Canada. This one is a destination. It says custom paint on it, but the destination I believe is Moncton, New Brunswick. It is also modern, so it's new. It's not a vintage one or anything like that. I picked this up at Goodwill for I think $4 roughly, $4 and change, and yeah, it sold for $24 plus shipping on Poshmark, so I'll likely profit maybe $10 or $15 from this guy. Not a lot of money, but I did want to share this with you because I do always pick up Harley Davidson when I find good pieces, and I thought the color on this one was really nice. Considered keeping it for myself. You know, I definitely thought it was cool enough, but at the end of the day, I decided to list it, and it sold pretty quick for $24 on Poshmark. Next up, this is a sale I was running. I think you might have seen a couple things on sale, or maybe the next thing was on sale as well on eBay. This was a Masters of the Universe, brand new toys, but this is like a reproduction toy. One of the stores in Tillsonburg, which one is it? Simply Secondhand. They've been buying a lot of liquidation, and they had a ton of these figures. I kind of stayed away from them until they became like $3 a piece, and then I bought a whole bunch of them. I've sold a bunch of these, but I'm kind of stuck with a few. This I don't think is such a popular character. Ran a 20% off sale, got $15 plus shipping, just moving it out basically. But these do sell, so if you get them cheap enough, pick them up. Like I said, $3 is fine. They were originally asking, I think, like $8 to $10. Too much money for me to put out. You know, you're not going to make that much money on this particular figure. But I do still pick stuff like this up, brand new in package, and it does sell, you know, fairly regular for me as well. Last thing here, I got a pair of Tamagotchis. I was on my way home from the Goodwill bins, or from Stallion Express, or from London anyway, and there was somebody set up on the side of the road. It was on a really strange day. I think it was a Thursday, which generally people don't have yard sales on Thursdays in my area. Once in a while you see that on a long weekend, but this was just somebody who had a, you know, the side of the road set up. And when I got there, it was a lot of like Amazon return or pallet stuff. So I started looking through what they had. I think I got something else there too. Actually, the other thing I got there was like a dill pickle shaker, popcorn shaker, the Colonel Brands ones. They were like $1, so I got a whole bunch of those brand new and sealed. I don't think those were worth a lot of money or weren't worth reselling or anything like that. But these were cool. I think we came up to a deal. I think I paid like, I'm gonna say, I want to say $10 for both of them, but I could have paid a little bit more for that. It wasn't very much anyway. Roughly $5 a piece. Didn't have these for long either. I decided to lot them together because, you know, selling them individually was okay, but for somebody who would maybe want a pair of them, obviously I'd make a little bit more money. They'd save on shipping, or I'd make more money, you know, at once. It's just a better sale for me. I did have to run a sale on this, or I didn't have to run a sale on these. So these probably would have sold on Christmas. I was just running a 20% off sale on a bunch of stuff, and I think this just fell in one of the categories that I was running sales on. So, you know, this was on a 20% off sale, still making okay money on it, so I wanted to share with you guys. These things do sell if you find them out. Even out of the packages, the vintage ones can sell for really good money. So definitely look these up if you see them. These are newer Tamagotchis, but the old ones sell for a lot of money as well. All right, so I just wanted to share a few things with you that sold for me recently. What's coming up on the channel? Well, I'm about to talk to somebody from Calgary this Monday, and I'll probably have it edited up by Tuesday, or maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. So that's going to be Let's Talk About Reselling in Canada. This should be the Calgary edition. This person, I won't give out too much information right at the moment because I haven't filmed it yet, so I don't want to spoil it, or if it doesn't happen, whatever. But that is the plan. Monday we're gonna film. This person was originally from Toronto, Ontario, and now they've moved out to Calgary. So they're currently a Calgary reseller. So as far as I'm concerned, this is gonna be my Calgary person. I'm trying to hit every province. So if you know people from other provinces who are reselling, whether they're a YouTube reseller or just resell and they're very successful in their province, let me know down in the comments, or just message me on Instagram, because I'd love to talk to people from every single province, you know, all around Canada. That is the point of that series. This weekend, I'm not going to be out hitting garage sales, maybe Saturday morning a little bit, but I'm going to 2 Jays games this weekend. I'm going to the Saturday Jose Bautista, where they're putting his name on the wall, and there's the bat flip bobblehead. So I don't need 2 of those bobbleheads. I only need 1. So the other one I'm going to sell. So what's it going to be worth? I don't know. I'm going to guess it's probably going to be worth $50, $60, $70. I guess we'll see. And we'll talk about that soon on the channel. So we're going to keep one for myself. This is assuming we get them. Sometimes they're pretty hard to get. They're a limited amount. We do kind of have a little hack that we know a place where we can go in, and we normally do get the giveaways. So that's what we're going to try to do. So fingers crossed. I'll let you know if I get those. Follow me on Instagram. If I get them, I'll throw them up there right away and show you guys. But yeah, so I'll be doing that on Saturday, and then we're spending the night, and we're doing another game on Sunday. So 2 games. I'm really trying to convince my wife that we need to go tomorrow, Friday, and do 3 games and just see the whole series with the Cubs. That's what I would like to do. Obviously, that eats into yard sales for me. Fridays, I normally don't go out yard sailing because it's the one day of the week that I have to myself to do things like cut the grass and get things organized around the house. Yeah, and then the rest of my week is pretty busy. So it's been a busy summer. But you know, I want to go to as many baseball games as we possibly can. We possibly can afford without, you know, going into debt or anything like that. I love going there. I love the Jays. So, if, you know, that's what we'll be doing this weekend. So if I have to give up 1 Saturday of yard sales, so be it. So like I said, coming up on the channel, we're going to do another Let's Talk About Reselling in Canada. And I still have some plans for a few more videos. So hopefully I'll have another 2 videos up next week. But till next time, guys, take care, stay safe. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.